Hi guys, so this is the other guy coming to you tonight. As you can see, it's almost dark, but I thought I'd make this video anyway. Today I want to show you something. This is a SPC upper control arm. This thing comes with the ball joint. It doesn't come with the uniball joint. And my research tells me that what's good about this control arm is that it can be adjusted. Okay, it could be adjusted outward, inward, sideways like this. And this is the passenger side. So it's supposed to be pretty good. I've read some bad reviews on it. I've read some good reviews on it. And so I called the manufacturer, and this is what they said. The reason why they had some bad reviews on it was because originally the original one didn't come with the grease fitting. Okay, so you can see here. And so this is the newer model. It comes with the grease fitting. So I called the guy, I forget his name, but he says that whatever you do, if you buy one, make sure that that one comes with the grease fitting. If it does, that's the new model that they have. And I also talked to them about the cracked arm here. Okay, and so as you can see here, it looks like it's been welded very good. Looks like it's MIG weld here, and so it looks pretty heavy duty. Again, this is my first time with it, so I can't complain. I'll test it first. The weld here looks pretty nice. It looks pretty nicely welded to me. It feels pretty heavy. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my old upper control arms in my truck out and then replace it with this. Okay, so hey, listen, if you're interested in this video, like and subscribe, and you can follow me on YouTube. Okay guys, so to take this out, it's really basic. If you have a stock control arm, it's the same concept. There's two bolts right here. Well, this is a long bolt here that goes through here, out over here. And the nut here and the bolt here is a 19 millimeter. Okay, so basically what you need to do is you need to loosen it. All right. Okay guys, so I have here the this is the eBay upper control arm. Okay, I really like this item, I'll be honest with you. So I'm going to keep this for spare parts and for emergency use when I am off-roading. So I'm going to take this as spare parts off-roading. So if I am in need of an upper control arm, just switch out to that one. But look, I'm going to compare the eBay Chinese made upper control arm with the SPC. Okay, and there's a stark difference here, and there's a part of me that says that maybe I should just keep the eBay upper control arm versus the SPC. Now I'll show you here. Oops. The eBay, and the difference here is that obviously this is made for a ball joint. This is a uniball. Okay, so basically, as far as weight wise, this is light. This feels very heavy duty. So that tells me that if the metal here is of good quality, And as you can see here, I don't know if you could see, the weld here is, the bead is really thick. Okay, and that tells me that if they did this, if they weld it with good quality weld, this is a strong weld here. Okay, the bead is big. See there? Okay. Whereas comparing to the SPC, the weld is not that thick. However, if the weld is really good and there's fusion and penetration, it should hold fine. Okay, so that weld right here, see, I don't know if you could see there, but anyway, as far as weight wise, the eBay here is heavier, okay, and then the SPC. What I like about the eBay here is that, see this, it has a reinforcement here to hold, I guess it's designed to, as a gusset, to maintain the structure integrity of this joint right here. And this thing, I wish they would have welded a gusset here so that it'll, you know, at least reinforce the structure integrity of this. So that's just my thought. Okay, so that's just that, guys. The uniball here is still very good. It's still very tight. Okay, it's still very tight here, and I still like this. I'm still gonna keep this. All right, I have no issue with this, and so there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, and this thing is rebuildable, guys. So that's that. Well, anyway, I'm gonna start assembling this, and what we're gonna have to do now is we are gonna have to install this to the spindle. Okay, so let's do this first. We're gonna install these little thingy into here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put grease in here, and the direction calls us to apply it liberally. Okay, so we're gonna apply it liberally into the holes here. Okay, if I can do this, you can too. If a common man like me can do it, so can you. Okay, see, apply it liberally. That's what they say, liberally. Make sure that there's no air pockets in here. That's what they said. Okay, so liberally. So I'm doing that. I'm applying this liberally into there, and then the upper control arm is ready to be installed. See, and what I discovered is that the direction wants you to pound this, or you want to press this until it's flush here. Okay, so we're going to install this into here with the spindle, or not the spindle, but upper control arm. So the upper control arm is going to go in like this. Okay, it's going to fit like this in there. So basically what we do is we take this, put this in a little bit in like that. Okay, initially. Okay, and you want to put a little bit of a grease into this thing so that there's lubrication. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I've lubricated this, so I'm going to put this in here a little bit like this. This washer goes here. Okay, so that's how you do it, guys. So as you can see, the control arm goes up and down, and it's got a lot of travel. Actually, if you compare this to the eBay, this is actually, it's got more clearance than the eBay control arm. So that's my take on this. So now I'm going to show you how to install the bad boy into here, okay, the adapter. Okay, so I'll go get that and I'll show you how it looks like. Okay, so to do the installation, to install this adapter, okay, there is a couple things that you need to know. I think that most people would try to install this adapter this way, okay, which is wrong. Okay, I tried that too, and after I installed it, what I found out is that this thing is actually supposed to be installed downward like that. Okay, so here's the trick. The hard part about this is that you have to use this C-clip, and that's the hard part. Okay, so to install this, you have to have this, which is the C-clip, and to do that, you have this thing right here needs to be installed from this point, okay, in. Okay, so, and here's the thing, see this groove right here, it's face down, so it makes it difficult to do that, to do the installation. So that's why the people, or the direction, tells you to use a press. I'm not going to do that. If you are creative enough, you can do almost anything without the press. So I'm going to use, hold on. Okay, so this thing goes in like this. What you're going to need is a flat tip screwdriver like this, okay, a small one, and a plier, a vice grip, and also a pretty heavy hammer. Okay, this is a 3-pound hammer. So basically what you need to do is you need to let me switch the camera angle. Okay, so I don't know if you could see that, but that's where the clip will be installed. Okay, so I'm going to be installing the clip into here. Okay, so what you need is this plier, and you're going to have to position this thing in such a way that you see this open space right here. Okay, will need to come out a little bit like this. Okay, so that this thing can bite onto it. Like that. I don't know if you could see that. So you can see the C-clip here. This thing's biting that end right there. So what you need then is your tiny little screwdriver, the flat tip, and basically to press this in like that into the groove, and I'll try to hammer this in a little bit. Let me fast forward this for you. Okay, so it's fixed. As you can see here, basically what we're looking for is we're making sure that the pin here, okay, is fitted into that little slot, okay, and it's good. Okay, so that's good. So we're ready to install the ball joint, okay, and I'll show you how to do that too. It's pretty easy and it's fun. Okay, so to install the ball joint, you have to take out the ball joint. Okay, so as you can see here, take out the cotter pin, take out the castle nut. You don't want to install the castle nut onto here yet. Well, I mean the ball joint into here yet. The reason is because you're gonna have to install it onto the control arm first. So as you can see, this is how it sits in, like that, guys. Okay, so let's hold on to these, and then let's concentrate on installing this up there. Okay, so as you can see here, what's cool about this is that according to the direction, this thing can increase or decrease the camber and the caster. So you can see here, this is a slotted hole right here, so you can actually move this thing up and down like that. Okay, I'm not a wheel alignment specialist, but anyway, this is the point where the direction wants us to start with. See that? This is that point. And after that, you can take your rig to the shop and they'll fix it for you. Okay, so this goes in like this. Now the direction says to torque this nut right here to 150 foot-pounds. Okay, so we'll have to do that later. But for right now, it's all about fitting. Okay, and that's what that's all I care about right now. Okay, so as you can see here, it goes in like that. So as you can see, this could be adjusted like that. And so the direction says to just put it like this and take it to the wheel alignment shop and they'll do the rest. Okay, now comes the castle nut right here, and I'm just gonna, you won't see this, but I'm just gonna tighten this in and then torque it to spec, and that's that. So I'm going to tighten this to 150 foot-pounds of torque, and I'm going to read up on how many foot-pounds of torque I'm going to have to tighten this on. So that's that, guys. I'll show you the finished product in a bit. Okay, so it is done. As you can see here, there's a lot of clearance here. Okay, but if you could look at here, okay, I noticed that this thing is aluminum. Okay, and so there's a fitment issue here. See, that noise is coming from this little thing right here because it's aluminum. It's a fitment issue. So I already know what's going to happen here in the long run. There you go. I don't know if you could see it, but as time goes by, this thing right here will wobble, and then it'll make a dent, and this thing will come out. That's the weakness of this joint right here. Okay, so there's a fitment issue here, and I wish they'd make this out of steel. The same thing goes with the other side too, but at least when it's making noise, I know that it's this part right here. So I'm gonna pump some grease in here, and that should be it. So what I learned about this is that this is actually it's a nice design. I wish that SPC would just give a little bit more thoughts to it. Like this part should have been metal. Okay, and maybe they should reinforce that part over here a little bit, like the eBay one. Okay, but I'm gonna test it and see what happens. Okay, so I'm gonna put my tires on. Tomorrow morning I'm gonna have to take this thing in to the alignment shop and have them align. And so that's that. Okay guys, so I installed the UCA, the SPC UCA onto my truck. Took it into the alignment shop today, and they said that they can't align it. The reason is because this thing shakes like this. Okay, it's not working as I planned it to be, and the reason is because this thing is too loose. See that? Even with the C-clip on it, it's too loose. And so I'm gonna decommission this. I'm gonna take this out. It's just not working, and I'll show you how it is after I've taken the C-clamp out. Okay, so this is how it looks like. The C-clip goes here, and it goes in here, but it's just too freaking loose. So they need to build a tighter tolerance mechanism or adapter for this thing. So you can see here, it goes in really easily, and it's too loose, and they will not align my truck as a result of this looseness. And I can understand why, because as time progresses, this back and forth motion, it'll wear out the hole here, and basically it won't work anymore. It'll actually compromise the integrity of this hole. So I'm taking this out, not going to use it. That's the SPC. I'm going to contact the SPC to see if they can make a bigger, or if they could make a bigger adapter, or whatever you call this. Hey YouTube, so this is the other guy again. So I'm making this video as a follow-up to my previous video regarding the SPC upper control arm ball joint. So anyway, I contacted SPC, emailed them, called them, and they said, well, you know what, the ball joint that I measured is the same ball joint, or the specs are the same ball joint measurement that they have. And so they asked me to measure the inside diameter of this hole right here. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna get in touch with them and see what they say. The guy that I have been communicating through via email, his name is Tom, and he works for SPC, and so according to his email, he's on vacation today. So we'll see what happens. So let's go ahead and measure this. Okay, I have my little notepad here, and I have my handy dandy pin. Okay, so let's do this live. Oh no, not live, but uncut. Alright, so we're going to measure this. Okay, it's measured very well. And then lock this bad boy. Hold on, so that won't move again. Okay. Alright, so take it out. Alright, I don't think it moved. Alright, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way so you can see how I read this thing, this bad boy here. Alright. Alright, so here it is being read at, let's see, 1.7. Okay, 1.700. Okay, so it's being read at 1.700. Okay, and so he asked me to measure it this way, and he asked me to measure it that way. So let's go measure this way. Okay. Okay, and let's see. Okay. So it's 1.702. Okay, so 1.702. This is the hole. Okay, so I'm going to put passenger side P 1.700, 1.702. That's the measurement on this side. Okay, so let's go to the other side. Okay, here I'm just doing this so that you see that I am not editing this video for my gain. Alright, so alright, this one right here. So let's measure this bad boy. Alright, so it is being measured at 1.700 as well. Okay, 1.700. Driver's side, 1.700. Alright, so let's go this route. It's 1.701. Okay, so 1.701. So it's about 1.70 to 1.702. Okay, these are my specs. And let's go remeasure the ball joint and remeasured the OEM ball joint, and also remeasured the SPC adapter plate ball joint, or however you call it. Okay, so I am here at my workstation. Look at here. Okay, this is the passenger side, driver's side measurement of the spindle. Okay, so let's measure the OEM ball joint. This is the exact one that I used to measure. Okay, and so the OEM ball joint reads, okay, alright, it reads 1.706. Okay, 1.706. I'll put BJ. You're not thinking what I'm thinking. 1.706. And then let's turn it this way. And it's a little bit over 1.706. And so it's 1.706. Okay. SPC. Okay, let's see. The SPC is really tiny. It's you know, this is why they say size matters. Okay, so it's 1.701. Okay, 1.701 right here. Okay, SPC, first ball joint, 1.701. Okay, let's see. Yeah, okay, so 1.701, turn 180 degrees, 1.701. Okay, alright, so again, okay, this is 1.700. Okay, turn it this way, 1.700. Okay, so you can see here. Alright, so we have this SPC here goes right into the passenger side, and it just fits. So, you know, it's not tight, it just slides in there. 1.701, that's the other side, and it just fits 1.701. And so so that's the problem that I have, guys. See, the BJ here, get that thought out of your head. The BJ here, it's 1.706, so that is the 5,000th of an inch bigger than the SPC here. And this is what I remeasured. So I'm gonna call SPC and see what they say. Okay. Okay, so I just got off the phone with SPC, and they said that there's nothing they can do about this. I told them that this is an aftermarket upper control, an aftermarket spindle. It's a Tough Country lift kit, and they said that they base their this on the factory market, the OEM specification of the Toyota spindle. And according to them, they don't have any issues with folks who have Toyota spindles. So I asked them if they can make me one that is a tad bigger maybe if I buy 5/6,000th of an inch, and they said no. So guys, that's what I'm stuck with. But I have an idea. I don't know if it'll work. What I'm going to do is, you see this part right here? Because this part is smaller than the hole in the spindle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little chisel and chisel little ridges into here. I know. Some people will say, gosh, no, don't do it. But you know what? If I chiseled little ridges into here, it'll raise the metal. Yeah, I know. You are against it. I get it. But you know what? It's my truck. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to chisel this, and I'll show you the end product. Okay. Well, let's go and let's do the chisel together. Okay, let's chisel together so you get an idea what I'm doing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this paper right here and brace this paper against this so that my vise here, when I bite into it, it doesn't cause any damage to the adaptive plate. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to do this. Okay. Using my chisel, I'm going to chisel it at an angle so it, as this thing bites into the metal, it raises the metal up. Okay. Okay. There you go. Okay, and I'll show you how it looks like. A couple more hit. Okay guys, so I've done it. This is what I did to both of my thingy here. I've stapled them or stippled them or whatever you call it. I've made a little rise on the metal here so that way it'll go in and stick. Okay, so this thing goes here like that, and I'm just gonna tap it in and it should go in. Okay, so I'm gonna tap this in. And it's solid. Ho ho. Okay, so it ain't moving anywhere. Let's go to the other side too. Oop. Okay. Sorry, I'm listening to two theologists debate. Yes, I'm a Christian. Okay. Don't know if you could see that. Okay. So I'm going to tap this in. Okay. That's tapped in. Solid. Alright. As you can see, it ain't wiggling anymore. Okay, so I'm going to go use my C-clip and clip that in. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, see this C-clip right here? I'm going to stick it in here, and I'm going to be working this thing so that it'll go in and lock. You don't have to have a special tool to do this. You just need to know how to do it. So this, it goes down like this. The numbers and the letter goes down, and it goes in like that. Okay. So let me get my little grease gun. Okay, so here we go. like that. Goes on really easily. Okay. That goes there. And this goes here. Okay, they want me to torque it to 85 foot-pounds. So let's go to 85 foot-pounds. Oh. Okay, so I've installed the upper control arm, the ball joint here, okay, and it's not really hard. I didn't show you this time because I showed you earlier, and when I first started this, and so I'm sort of like cutting corners because I want it done. All right, so now the red direction calls me to tighten this to 150 foot-pounds. So we're going to tighten this to 150 foot-pounds with my Craftsman DigiClick torque wrench. Okay, 150 foot-pounds. All right. All right. Alrighty. That's a lot of torque. All right, so now what we're gonna do, guys, is we are going to be putting this in here. Okay. Okay. Okay, that goes in, and then this thing is ball joint nut, goes in here. Okay. Okay, so it's done, guys. This is how it looks like, and I'm gonna put it on, take it to get it aligned, and call it a day. Okay, guys, so I just got this thing back from the alignment shop. It drives very, very nice, I can tell you that. This thing drives softer than the so I can tell you that this thing drives a lot nicer. Okay. And you can see this piece coming out. It's going to continue like that. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked with this. I'm going to take it off-roading and see what happens. Okay. So that's my report to you guys. It drives very nice, I can tell you that. And the alignment was way off. Go figure, right? And yep, that's that, guys. Like and subscribe if you find this video interesting to you.